What's going on YouTube? Luca back with another video, and I'm just going to jump straight in. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. If you have been watching my videos, I hope they've been helpful, and I hope you're interpreting them in the way that I hope they'd be interpreted. Make sure you're drinking the water, because I am. Anyway, in this video I'm going to be talking about self-talk. And basically when I say self-talk, what I'm really referring to is the voice in our head that we all hold, that we all have, that we all experience, and that we're all in constant communication with throughout every single day when we wake up, when we go to bed, unless you're on drugs. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about, positive self-talk, negative self-talk, understanding the voice in your head and becoming the witnesser of the voice in your head rather than the actioneer of the voice. Anyway, to start with, I'm going to start talking about the negative self-talk, because then I can talk about how we can avoid that and start with the positive. So the negative self-talk, can lead to things like self-destructive tendencies, like, getting into bad relationships that we know aren't suited for us. Negative self-talk like, oh, I'm not worth anything. I'm bad at this. Or I'll never be good enough. Or this person will never like me, stuff like that. And when you get to a point where that negative voice in your head is an incessant voice, where it doesn't ever stop being negative, that's when you know you have a problem. And this is where this video might come into hand, because I will now break down how we can move away from that thought pattern. Right, with the negativity, it will come around, it will come about in situations that are pressurizing. So say if it is, for instance, this person will never like me, you're trying to get somebody to like you, maybe on a date, you walk away from that date feeling like shit because you might have, said a few wrong things, you might think that your character's off, you might think that you're not likable, lovable, and the voices in your head that will be swirling around, they'll keep coming to the forefront of your mind, where you know what they're saying. And one will come around saying, you're not good enough. One will come around spinning, saying, this person will never like you. It's the general swirling of negativity that goes on inside your head. And the reason why that happens is because of either maybe a traumatic experience, general low self-esteem, lack of communication in your upbringing, where you're allowed to you can discuss how you feel, and not everything's internalized. So when those thoughts are going around in your head and it's becoming unbearable, and you just want to shut it off, and you just go in a depressive state, what we have to remember is you're witnessing the thoughts, and then becoming the thoughts. You're identifying with the thoughts, rather than just being rising above the thought and thinking, right, well, I'm literally watching my thoughts be negative right now. I'm literally watching them be negative, and I'm not having that because I don't deserve that. I'm a good person, I know it. And we need to really learn to identify with the higher self rather than the thought itself, because when you identify with the thought, your thoughts are reckless. They are crazy. You can have those thoughts that you're like, did I just think that? That's gross, or that's messed up, stuff like that. That's your higher self recognizing that your thoughts are not really a part of your consciousness. They are just simply your mind going a bit crazy. Obviously, thoughts are in place for a reason, as we all know. We're kind of alive right now. And so, yeah, one way of getting away from the negative thought patterns is to unidentify with the thought itself, and realize that you are the witnesser of the thoughts, and that is what's making you sad. You don't want to become the thought, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, you could just have a thought right now, I'm not good enough, and then you'll go, I am not good enough, rather than, that's the thought, that's me, I'm just gonna skate right past it, because that's BS. That's not true. No one is not good enough, because we don't even know what good is. any term that's subjective, you shouldn't live up to some sort of societal norm if that is the case. Anyway, so, you know, we need to learn to just scathe past the negative thinking rather than becoming indulged in it and making it an obsessive habit. And now I'm going to talk about the positive self-talk. When you get to a stage in your life where you can positively self-talk, and you've made a good job of making sure that that is your main state of mind, you'll then realize you'll start to realize how sort of easy it was to move away from the negativity, because all you have to do is just shift your mind. There's no external factors that you need to change, really. It's simply just a shift of mind, a shift of mind, a shift of mind, a shift of mind. Not like, oh, I need to rearrange my stuff. Oh, I need to get this done so I can feel better. It's not like that. It's simply just a shift of how you're thinking. And I think that's really, once you do get to that stage, which I will help you personally if you need to get to that stage, you will then look back and realize how simple and sort of effortless it became. So the positivity, you'll start thinking, I am good enough. Like, I know my worth. I bring positivity, humor, fun times, intelligence to the table. And then you'll start thinking, people enjoy my company. I have a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm doing what I need to do. Things like that, man. And a good way of doing that is writing down what you're worth and what you know, and then referring back to that when you have negativity going around in your head. So, you know, read a lot of books on this type of thing. Journal. I made a video about journaling. Go and check that out. These are all the things that help you with your mental, and you know, all we have is our mind. So just make sure it's in good condition. All right. And next, I'm going to be talking. My next point is going to be clocking self-talk. So when I say clocking self-talk, I mean you're realizing that you're talking to yourself. You realize you're in realization. You're in a state of realization where, okay, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking either negative or positive or neutral. And that's really important, that every time, you can practice however you want, but it's really important that we can clock that we are the witnesser, right? It's all about that. It's really all about being the witnesser, because anything else is just, you are either the thought or you're not. So make sure you're witnessing your thoughts rather than becoming them. And next is going to be understanding thoughts and the voice in your head. Now, when I say understanding the voice in your head, it's not going to change that much. The voice in your head isn't going to change. Like, there's not another person in there. It's just you and only you. And it's not going to change unless you mold it. You can't exchange it for something else. So make sure you familiarize with the thought in the voice in your head, and you know, spend time alone and like get to know yourself. And once you get to know yourself, you'll be able to control yourself, because you'll know your tendencies. And I think that's also really important, because spending time alone will affirm that you do not need other people's company to have a good time, even though it is nice, because having company, you can balance of people's vibe and energy. So stuff like that. And also, we are human. We need company of one another. That's also really important. So yeah, man, I hope this video was helpful. If you want to see another breakdown video of something like this, self-talk videos anyway, because I'm going to keep doing them every single day, because I'm not letting up. Let me know in the comments, subscribe, like this video. Let me know what you want to see next, if there is anything that you'd want to see next. And peace and love, man. Stay free.